In this video, we're going to show you how to install the ABS speed sensor on your Ford Taurus located behind your front wheels. With the vehicle raised and supported, we're going to use our 19mm socket to loosen and remove our lug nuts. Go ahead and grab that wheel, remove it, and set it aside. And go ahead and follow this wire down to the back side of the knuckle. And right here, there's an 8mm bolt. We want to go ahead, loosen and remove that. We're using our 8mm socket and our 1/4" ratchet with a little extension. We're going to be reusing this bolt, so go ahead and remove that, set it aside, and save it for later. Go ahead and grab that sensor, gently wiggle that out. Follow the wire up. I'm going to remove this from the side of our strut. Pull out that rubber grommet, follow it around to the back here. You're going to do the same here. And this goes up to the front. There's going to be a plastic retainer right behind the strut. We want to use our trim tool to pop that out. Now we need to get behind the splash shield here. So we're going to go ahead and remove this here. We're going to remove the center section here from this retainer. And then you can pop out the base like so. And on the front portion of our fender liner, there's going to be a few 7mm screws. I'm just going to use my ratchet and a socket to loosen and remove these. Now our lower front splash shield is missing from the vehicle. You would normally come down here to the bottom and you would want to remove the screw down bottom, and there's going to be a trim button down below here that you want to go ahead, loosen and remove. That's going to allow this fender liner to drop down. And you're going to go in this front section here to access the connector. Now if you follow the wire behind the fender liner, we peel that back. Here is a connector. Right on top is a red lock tab. We're going to use our pocket screwdriver. I want to go ahead and push that up. Sometimes you can get in the backside here and push that up as well. Once that red lock tab is far enough up, right on this side here, there's going to be a little release you can push in. You can actually feel it's a little spring loaded. You're going to pinch that and pull your connector out. Take your connector, going to line that up. Push that in. You're going to hear and feel it click into place, and then push down on that red lock tab. You're going to hear that red lock tab snap into place. Now, if that red lock tab does not want to go down, that tells me that the connector is not fully seated. Make sure that it's in all the way. Follow to the next button down here, and we need to feed this up inside the fender here, and there's a little hole. You're going to push this into it. Once that's in place, we can go ahead and feed our ABS wire up on the other side of the fender liner, and then peel the fender liner back. Go ahead and push your fender liner down into place. Let's go ahead and start to get our screws back in our liner. I like to get all the screws and clips started and then come back and snug them all down. Obviously, you're going to go ahead and get the two lower ones installed. Now this is just a little metal clip in this, so once it bottoms out, just snug it a little bit. It doesn't have to be super tight. All right, it's bottomed out a little bit more. Do the same for the bottom ones. Install the retainer grommet right here. Now once that's in and that's holding the line up in place, we can go ahead and install liner right here. Gotta line that up. Put the button in, and then push the center in. Now follow around behind the strut, install the rubber grommet here. Now you don't want to push on the wire, you want to line that up and push on the rubber piece itself, and just kind of like work that in. Make sure it's fully seated in there. Make sure you run the wire behind your sway bar end link here. Bring this around to the side of the strut. And do the same here. Work that on. Quick little tip for you. You spray it with a little bit of solvent right on the rubber. Slide it on. Much easier. Follow this down to here. Press that into the base of the strut. And let's go ahead and install this into the back of the knuckle. And take your sensor, line that up, insert that. Once it's in place, go ahead and get that bolt started in there. Let that run that down as far as I can by hand, and then we'll snug it. Once that bottoms out, just give it a little bit more. Now that we have our sensor installed, be sure to use a scan tool to go ahead and clear any ABS codes you have on your dash, install your wheel, and go for a road test. Grab your wheel, line up the studs, and we'll go ahead and get our lug nuts started. I want to go ahead and get all these started by hand, and then we'll come on back and snug them down. Now let's go ahead and snug these down. Once these are tight, let's go ahead and torque them. Now let's go ahead and torque down our lug nuts to 100 foot-pounds. You're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.